but you told me like stop comparing yourself to others. So that really stuck with me and remind me to focus on my own journey and trust the process. So little by little, with your support, I started to gain confidence, and I realized that I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to keep showing up and doing my best.
Hi, I'm Anna Anderson, CEO and founder of the Women in Project Management Network. I'm a project manager by profession, a career coach, a PMP trainer, and a LinkedIn Learning instructor. But more importantly, I'm someone who's been in your shoes. Not too long ago, I was filled with doubt, stepping out of my comfort zone and navigating rejection after rejection. It wasn't an easy journey, but through perseverance, hard work, and lessons learned, I finally found my yes. That moment changed everything, not just for me, but for the many people I've since had the privilege to help. I've seen how lives transform when you have the right tools, when you have the right support and encouragement to pursue those six-figure project management roles. On the Project Management Connect show, here I share inspiring stories from project managers who've gone through aspiring to hired. I also bring in industry experts, recruiters, and hiring managers to show us how it's done. Together, we'll explore practical strategies and actionable tips to help you on your journey. So whether you're just starting out, transitioning into project management, or looking to elevate your project management career, this podcast is for you. If project management feels like your calling, or if you're just exploring, it's time to dive in. So let's get started, fellow project manager. Your journey begins here.
Hi, everyone. Today we have with us Marie. Marie is a project coordinator with an amazing utility company, and she's going to share with us her journey, how she started, and what she is doing. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hi, Hannah. I'm doing well. Thank you. What about you?
Good. Thanks for joining me today. And before we continue, Marie, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself to everybody?
Yes, sure. Hello everyone. My name is Ahu Marie Ossi, and I'm so excited to be with you today. I currently work as a senior PMO project coordinator, and before I transition into project management, I used to work in the manufacturing industry as a machine operator and also as a production worker. Outside of work, I'm a mother, and I enjoy balancing my career with family life.
Yes, I truly love that, Marie, because you came totally from a non-traditional background into project management. You're working in a manufacturing space. And I remember you used to be like, I'm working overnight. And I just cannot do this anymore. I want to transition into project management. Tell me a little bit about that process.
Well, I was actually working at night, like you mentioned. I was feeling very tired. It's not easy to work 8 hours at night.
Yeah.
And I also had a small baby. I remember I had a little one, and my baby was 2 weeks old, and I was home, having the baby on my hand. I was like, no, I'm not gonna go back to that job again because I didn't have time for myself, didn't have time for my family. I was feeling exhausted all the time. I wanted a job that, give me more time with my kids, offer me like a better pay, and,
Mhm.
a job that I will feel proud of what I do and still be present for my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that just happened. And I know, your journey, just like everybody else, has its own ups and downs and all that stuff. What challenges were you facing before you got motivated? I know you're like, you know what? I have a little baby and I'm sitting at home. There's no way I'm going back. What other challenges did you face or were thinking about like I need to make this change?
Yeah, like I said, I was working night shifts, making $19 an hour. Every time that I get my paycheck and I have to pay like bills and
Yeah.
my rents, I don't have anything less. I was living paycheck to paycheck. So
Mhm.
I say that in having a little baby, you have to pay for formulas. It was
Yeah.
very difficult for me. And
Yeah, no, I hear you, especially in these parts of the world where, once you have your baby, you still have to take care of your baby, but you also still have to pay bills. And I'm sure in other parts of the world too. But at least here in the US, there's daycare and all that stuff. It becomes a lot expensive. especially if you don't have like family to support you or, extended family to support you and things like that. It just becomes a lot because I remember from my own experience, I had to have my mom come here to support me when my son was born because it was just expensive for me and my husband. So that's thanks for sharing that. So then you join the program, you're like, you know what, I have to do something. So like when you join the program, and your story resonates very well because it resonates with Lydia's story. And I know you worked with Lydia in this somehow, maybe you guys worked in the same organization or company or something like
Yeah.
that. And even how she used to work overnight. And I know also she had little boys at that time and she was like, I have to change. And your story is almost similar because you had just a little one, an
Mhm.
infant, a couple of weeks old, and you're like, I need to change. So then you changed and then you joined the program to support you in helping you transition into project management. What are
Mhm.
some of those things that when you joined the program, you're like, this is it?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Anna, for the question. So when I first joined the program, I was, really excited, but at the same time, I was really nervous because English is not my first language. And when I joined the program, the women in the community, I felt like they were already experienced and confident. And so, but you told me like stop comparing yourself to
Mhm,
others. So
mhm.
that really stuck with me and remind me to focus on my own journey and trust the process.
Mhm.
So little by little, with your support, I started to gain confidence and I realized that I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to keep showing up and doing my best.
No, you don't need to be perfect because if we were all perfect, we'll probably be on another level. You just need to be your authentic self, who you are, and bring who you are to your work, to your family, to whatever situation it may be to support you accelerate your goals to the next level. All right. So then we worked on your resume, we worked on your LinkedIn profile. What are some of the challenges that you faced when you started interviewing?
The interview, I didn't know about the staff method before I joined the program. Ada.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have never heard about that before.
Hmm.
And, even I had the LinkedIn profile, but I only had one connection. I didn't
Hmm.
know how to use the LinkedIn alone at all.
Yeah.
So when I joined the program really helped me build a strong LinkedIn profile, rewrite my resume to highlight my strength, and also learn how to answer the question with clear and structured responses. So that changed everything for me, and I stopped feeling like invisible and start getting real opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. So this role that you have, I remember when you called me to let me know that you got the role, you were super excited about it. How was the interview process for you?
Well, the interview process went well.
Yeah.
I was feeling okay, calm, and I was feeling like confident. I had to answer the question, even if I didn't know how to answer all of them, but I was like feeling calm and I was able to show that how my previous role or my skills that I transfer into project manager will better fit the role. So I also made a research about the company and I was able to show them that I was really interested about joining the team.
I love that you did a research for the company because you have to do your research. You have to find out who the company is, what they do, any accomplishments that they've had, and then of course look at the job description, dissect it, break it down, find out what suggested answers would come for the interview, and then just get ready. I also know that you were writing your star stories. Do you
Mhm.
think those were helpful for you when you were doing your interview?
Yeah, it was very helpful. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, I didn't know about like the star story before,
Yeah.
but during the program, and I remember it was like on every Sunday we have to practice how
Yeah.
to answer like, interview question. So I started writing my story and, using the sample that you provided in the program to write my personal story.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And because I will just say treat interviews as a conversation because
Hmm.
you can't be robotic about it or super methodical about it. Just treat it as a conversation because as
Yeah.
much as they're interviewing you, you are interviewing them as well. They want to see, hey, am I going to be a great fit for this role or a great addition and vice versa. So it's important for you to treat that as a conversation, but also write down your stories because at least you
Mhm.
can have something to refer back to. So I know, Marie, you joined the program as as a new mom, what advice would you give, especially new moms out there who are just like, because I've talked to some people being like, you know what, I'll wait till my child is a year old. I wait till my child is going to kindergarten, and then time is passing by. Time is passing by. What advice would you give to like new moms, especially?
Yeah, I will tell them that as a new mom, it'll be great because you're home, you're not working, taking care of the baby. So the little time that you have while your baby is sleeping, you can, make some research, and also I will advise them to join the program because the program you have access at any time. You can see it, and whenever you have like a little time, you can go there and read, like listen to the lesson that Anna added in the program. And also I will tell them to, like, don't be fear, stop you're adopting yourself, and you don't need like a perfect background. Like I say, just be willing to learn and take the first step.
Yeah, you don't need that perfect background. As I said
Yeah.
again, if we all had perfect backgrounds, we'll be on a different level right now. So, no,
Yeah.
we do not need that perfect background. How can people reach out to you, Marie, if they want maybe to transition? Because now you came from being a new mom, you used to work in manufacturing, and then you had your baby. You decided to stay home while pursuing your next opportunity. You finally found your senior project coordinator role. If someone wants to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, everyone can connect with me on LinkedIn. I
Mhm.
just search for Ahu Maurice. Ahu is AHOU and
Mhm.
Marie Marie.
Mm.
And feel free to send me a message. I would love to connect with anyone who is interested in project management, career
Mhm.
growth, or just looking for encouragement on the
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah, yeah. And before we go, because I know someone is going to ask me, as a project coordinator, what is it that you do?
Okay, thank you for the question. So, as a senior project coordinator, my role is all about supporting the successful execution of multiple projects within the organization. So
Mhm.
some of my responsibility include like tracking project progress, maintaining project documentation to ensure everything is organized and up to date, ensuring process consistency by helping team follow the PMO standard, template,
Mhm.
and best practice, coordinating with stakeholders to ensure that they have the right information and access to the resource they need, and monitoring, tracking recent issue. So those are some of my responsibilities.
Had you ever done any of this stuff before, or you learn them on the job as you go?
Never, never. I learned it in the program.
Yeah. What about tools? What kind of tools do you guys use, or have you learned along the way?
Yeah, we use Microsoft projects, we use Teams, we use SharePoint and Outlook to communicate.
Wow,
Email.
a lot of Microsoft projects and
Yes,
methodologies. How about those?
both waterfall and agile.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy to hear you using all this project management lingo. It's been a couple of years, almost now going 3 years since we worked together, but you're thriving in your current role as a senior project coordinator role, supporting an amazing organization, working with amazing people, and continuously see yourself. What's next for you, Marie?
But currently, I want to take my PMP, and also I want to continue learning and build my skill as a project manager and move into a higher level project management roles with more responsibility and of course getting a better pay.
Getting a what?
More pay, more money.
No, I love that. I love that you're being honest about that. Money is important because as you continue to, get your role and more responsibility, sometimes also you want that compensation that comes alongside with it. So that's important too. It shouldn't be overshadowed at all. So I love that you're being honest about that. Any final words, Marie?
Yeah, please join the Women in Project Management Network. This is the right place for you if you don't know how to transition from your current role to project management.
Thanks for sharing that, Marie. I truly appreciate you again. And I know we live in the same state, so I'm sure and hoping that we can see each other. Hopefully, when the weather gets better outside, it's been kind of cold and snowy. But when it gets better, let's all organize, those of us at least who are in these parts of the world, to meet and at least have a cup of coffee together and share our journey.
Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Goodbye.